Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'll be retouching two images on my screen right now. Alright, so right here we have this image that I took last week. I found a new location. I'm not going to share it with you guys. Alright, so this is an image and this is another image at the same location, different outfits. So I'm going to I'm going to go to Windows and then Arrange, and then I'm going to go to vertical up. Good. So I'll be working on these two images right here on my screen right now, both of them at the same time. Alright, so I'm going to start with this image over here. So I'm just going to click on this image. I'm going to scroll it up. I'm going to use the wheel on my tablet to scroll it up. So the image is fairly sharp. I was actually using the Sony a7 III and the Rokinon 85mm f1.8 lens to shoot this image. I was shooting at f1.8. Let me just come here, and my shutter speed was at 1/160th of a second. Actually I was shooting at 1.8 and my ISO was at 100. I'm not sure why I was shooting at 1.8, but yeah. For this image, let me see what the setting is real quick. I was shooting at 1.4 for this image, and my shutter speed was at 1000 because I had a lot of sun behind me. So I mean behind the model to the side here, so I had to shoot that high. So the first thing I'm going to do with this image is to remove the blemishes from the model's skin. I'm going to press J on the keyboard. That will give me the patch tool, and you can hold on this right here to get the different tools. Alright, so I'm just gonna make a selection here. Alright, and just remove the blemishes. Normally I would suggest that you create a new layer when you're making the adjustments, but I'm only removing the blemishes from the skin, so I don't think I'll do anything that is too drastic where I need to save or anything like that. So I'm just removing the loose here and the blemishes from the model's skin, or anything that is not even, stuff like that. This is going to be a fairly easy retouching, and because it's just the face I'll be working on, nothing else. Alright, I think I'm good with that. Let me take a look at the hand. Maybe just right there and right there. Good. So there's nothing else I think I need to do with this image, so I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Let me just scroll this up, and then I'm going to remove the blemishes or anything I don't like. There's not much to remove from this. She did her own makeup as well. Alright, that looks good. Right there. Right there. Alright, so using the tablet is really easy. I have shortcuts on it as well. This is the hand tool. I just press a button right here for the hand tool. Normally you'd press space bar to get the hand tool, but I can use the tablet here. So I don't see anything else I need to remove. I think that's good. Alright, so I'm done. So I'm going back over to this image now, and then I'm going to scroll up some more. And then I'm going to do some frequency separation. So you can download the frequency separation action by using the link in my description. And also I'm going to put something on the card here for you guys to learn how to install the actions as well. Alright, so let's get to it. Frequency separation. Alright, so for the radius I'm going to do 6.4. I'm just going to leave it at the default radius 6.4. Alright, good. So I'm going to come down here to the low frequency layer, and then I'm going to go to my mixer brush. The mixer brush is normally nested on the brushes, so if you have, my mixer brush is taken out because I want to get to it really fast, and my shortcut for my mixer brush is M. So yeah, ensure that the mixer brush is cleared at all times. Make sure that there's no color right here, and your wet should be at 2%. Everything else remains the same, and ensure that you do not select sample all layers. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to get the brush a little bit smaller. And press enter. Gets a little bit smaller, and then I'm just going to try to even out the image itself. So that's what the mixer brush does. It evens out the image. Alright. So far, let's look at the before and after. So before and after. See that drastic change? Alright, so I'm gonna do right here as well, and try to not go to the light area and then the dark area, like from the dark to the light area. Keep in one area at a time. Alright, so I'm gonna do the cheek, under the eye. So I'm basically flattening the image, and also everything is gonna become one. Alright, so I'm getting a phone call here. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Jen is who? Yeah, I think it's the wrong number. Alright. Okay, so they call the number. It was a weird number though. It's a 8888 number. Okay. Alright, so back to the editing. Alright, so just flattening everything here. I'm going under the neck. Alright, that looks good. There's nothing else there for me to do. Let me just zoom out a little bit and see if I need to do anything to the hand. Maybe not, but I'm just still gonna just go over the hand like that. Like that. Alright, good. So the white balance I was actually using, I think the white balance was auto, I believe. That was, yeah, I think it was auto. If it's not auto, the Kelvin is actually, or the Kelvin is 6,500. Yeah, 6,500K. That's what it was. Alright, so I'm done with that, but right here I think I need to get the patch tool. So I'm going to go to the high frequency layer, press J on the keyboard, and I'm just going to remove this area right here. Alright, good. So I think I'm done with that. So I'm going to come over to this image now and do the same thing. So I'm going to go frequency separation, and then go down to the low frequency layer. I'm going to press M on the keyboard for the mixer brush. Remember, that's my shortcut for the mixer brush. You know exactly where to find the mixer brush. It's nested on the brushes. Right here we have an highlight, so we're just going to just highlight it like that. Alright. So remember, the mixer brush is basically to flatten the skin, and it keeps, it retains the texture in the model skin as well. So if you have an image that is not that, you know, at one part of the skin, it flattens the image. It flattens the skin. So yeah. So if one part of the image is dark and one part is bright, you can actually use the mixer brush to get everything in one. But it takes practice. So yeah. Alright, so right here. So if you notice, right here is dark. And right here we have sun. So what I'll do is just to do sun, or the highlighted area, separate from the area that has a shadow. Alright, I'm going to zoom this up here. Using the bracket on the keyboard to get my brush bigger and smaller, left and right bracket. Alright, so I think I am done with that. Nothing else I need to do. So I'm going to go back over to this image now, and I'm going to do some dodge and burning. So let me just close that. Alright, so I'm going to click the dodge. I'm going to start with dodging first. I'm going to press B on the keyboard for my brush. My opacity should be at 100%, and my flow should be at 1%. And then I'm going to scroll the image in, and I'm going to do some contouring and some highlighting. So highlighting is the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight right here. Ensure that your foreground is white when you're painting on black. Alright, let me see that. Alright, that looks okay. That looks okay. I'm gonna do her chin as well, and under the eye. Under the eye. I'm gonna do the forehead. I think I'm done. I'm gonna come here and do highlight right there. That's good. Let me just look at the before and after. I'm gonna do some dodging now. Burning. So I'm gonna click on the burn, and I'm gonna do the same thing right here. I'm gonna darken it. So I'm gonna shape the model's face basically. The side of the nose, I'm gonna darken that. I think that looks good. All right. I think that is okay. I'm gonna put these in a group. So I'm gonna highlight them. So first one, second one, hold on Alt, not Alt, Control, and then press G. Could call this D and B. Good. And I'm just gonna do a before, after, before, after. Scroll it up, before and after. Good. So I'm gonna come over to this image and do the same thing. Dodge and burn. I'm just gonna put them in a group from now. D and B, I think, yeah. Alright, good. So I'm gonna go with the dodge first. Press B on the keyboard, ensure I'm at 1%. And I'm going to do that. I'm gonna do the forehead as well. And I was actually shooting natural light because I don't like to use flash, trust me. It's too much work. Alright, that's it. So I'm gonna come here and do the same thing with the dodge. Just gonna, with the burn, just gonna burn right here. Burn the nose bridge. That's it. Don't think I need to do anything else. Let's look at it before and after for everything. Before, after. I think I could do our hand as well. Let me just do right here. So you see that highlight? Right, that's good. Alright, so I'm back over to this image now. So I'm gonna go to camera raw. I'm gonna create a new layer by holding down on Control Shift Alt E, then Control J, and then Control Shift A for camera raw. Good. Alright, so I'm gonna do a before and after. Alright, so this is the before and this is the after. Alright, so I'm gonna make some adjustment. I think her face is kind of a little bit overexposed, so I'm gonna try to work on that. So I'm gonna press auto. Auto looks good, but I need to get rid of some of that orange from her face. That looks okay. I'm gonna go with some dehaze, and then I am going to zoom in a little bit more. Alright, I think I'm gonna bring some more blue in a little bit. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna go over to the HSL option. I'm gonna zoom back out again. And then I'm under the hue option, so I'm gonna play with the yellows. So the background, you can see the background. And then the green. Give it a little earth tone. Alright, so the orange now is what will adjust her skin color. So I think I like that. I think that looks good. Okay. And then I'm gonna zoom out some more. Oh my. Alright, let me do this again. What happened just now? Wait. I just noticed that I deleted everything. Let me see if I can get it back. Alright, so I can't get it back, so I have to go back here. I'm not sure what I pressed just now and everything just, delete. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to auto again. Then I'm gonna come here and reduce some of the yellow. And then I'll do a before and after again. Gonna put some dehaze in. And then I'm gonna go back to the HSL option and I'm gonna put some yellow in. And then green. Some earth tone, good. And then I'm gonna go over to the split tone. I'm just gonna make some adjustments here, maybe about right there. That looks good. I'm going to come back over here to the basic option and play with the shadows a little bit. Maybe right there. That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to press OK. Good. So I'm through with the color grading right there. I'm going to go over to this image now, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to create a new layer. Control J to duplicate it. Then I'm going to go to Filter and then Camera Raw. I'm going to do a before and after again by pressing the Y right here. And then I'm going to press Auto. Alright, so Auto did not do a great job for the model's skin. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to adjust it manually. So bring down the highlights, bring in a little of the black, bring out some of the shadows, dehaze, contrast, take out some of the yellow. Alright, good. And then I'm going to go over to the HSL option. I'm going to play with the skin color a little bit like that. That looks good. And then I'm going to do the yellow. Alright, if I adjust the yellow, what's going to happen is that it's going to change the yellow in her dress. But I think that's okay. I think I can do that. Or maybe I can go back here and just okay, I guess not. Alright, no, I'm gonna do that. 0. Good. I'm gonna go back to the split tone again and make some adjustment to that, just a little bit. Let me just see if the hue. I think that's too much. Let me go back over to the HSL option and adjust the orange a little bit. Good. So I am okay with that. So yeah, good. Check my time. Okay, good. All right, so yeah, that's it for the color grading portion. All right, there's one thing though I don't think I like. Right here is too red or too orange, right? So to adjust that, what I'm going to do is to create a new. Normally I would use this option right here that says color correction, but I'm just going to just create a new layer. It's just a layer that says color correction. So yeah, so I'm going to get the brush tool, press B, and then I'm going to hold on Alt and sample, like I'm going to sample this area right here by just clicking once, and then I'm just going to paint. So look at the magic, before, after, and I can just lower the opacity a little bit, and then anywhere else I like to adjust, I can just adjust. So all you have to do is to make a sample from somewhere and just paint over the section that does not match the entire image. That's basically it. Alright, so I'm going to go over to this image now, and I'm going to zoom it up. Let me just zoom this one down so it's not too distracting. Alright, and go back over here and zoom this one up. Alright, for some reason it's not flush, it's not even right here. So I want to fix that. So what I'm going to do now is to create a new frequency separation action by going down to the background layer and then click frequency separation. And then I'm going to use the radius that's there. Then I'm going to click on the frequency separation, and then I'm going to hold on Control Shift and then the right bracket to bring it to the top. Then I'm going to go to the low frequency layer, press M on the keyboard for the mixer brush. Remember, that's the shortcut I use. And then I'm just going to try to blend everything right here. Alright, so that's the before, that's the after. So I like that. Maybe I want to blend here a little bit, because right here it's not blended, so I'm just trying to blend it. I'm going to go to the high frequency layer, press J on the keyboard for the clones, for the patch tool, and then it's going to try to patch that section right there. Alright, that looks good. Just patch. Alright, that looks perfect right here. So you have to take your time and edit your images. You don't want to do it too fast, because you're gonna miss a lot of errors, or a lot of things that you should be moving from the model skin. You're gonna miss a lot of that if you're rushing to edit your image. So I think I'm good with that. So now I'm gonna add my usual color lookup. It's right here. Then I'm going to lower the opacity to about 50. And then I'm going to add some blue in the shadows. So I'll put this in a group. Enter. What's happening here? Color lookup should be 50. Or let's say 30. Yeah. Put this in a group. So anytime you try to adjust something and you realize that it's making a sound and it's not adjusting, you just press enter, because most time it's because the number is selected at the top there. So this keep on changing, so 30. Alright, good. So I'm gonna, oh, it's already in a group. So before and after, it's a subtle change, it's nothing too big. Before and after, but it makes a difference, trust me. Alright, so I am through with this image. There's nothing else I need to do with this image. It looks good. So the next step now, I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop it for Instagram. So I'm going to click on the crop tool right here and ensure that I'm at 4 to 5, which is 8 by 10 in inches. And I'm just going to crop the image to about right there. Good. So once I upload it to Instagram, it fills the entire page. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing with this image. So I'm going to create a new layer. Good. And then I'm going to crop it. I think maybe about right here should be good. Alright. I think I crop it too much. It doesn't have any meaning now or something. Alright, let me just undo that. Alright, let me just undo this. I think I want to take it down a little bit more. Like maybe about right there. That should be good. Right there should be good. Alright, good. So that's it for the images. There's nothing else there for me to do. So if you like this video, like it and subscribe and turn on notification bell so you can be notified every Friday. And I think I want to upload a video every Friday and every Tuesday. So I'm not going to promise you about the Tuesday one, but every Friday you'll definitely get a retouch video or a behind the scene video. So thank you guys for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.